Welcome to my home and welcome to Build Your Flow. We're going to be starting from the ground up, working individual joints to bring the whole practice together. I hope wherever you are safe, and if you're in Pittsburgh today, you're warm and ready to go. Okay, so let's start standing. Find a nice comfortable base under your feet and just rock back and forth, rising to your toes, coming back to your heels. And then find a place on a triangle above your big toe, pinky toe, and your heel. Set yourself for a moment, allow yourself to be still, and then bring your hands to the base of your rib cage. Take a deep breath in. Empty it out. Recognize if you felt it in your lower belly area or if it all centered in your chest. Let's draw it deep into the ribs, taking a deep breath, feeling the expansion. Go ahead and contract as you exhale. Maybe even add a little bit of a push, a little bit of a resistance, drawing in. Using the hands for the resistance, emptying out. One more time, deep flow breath. And empty. Reach your right hand overhead. Bring the arm nice and close to your ear, opening the fingers, and then the left arm follows. Recognize if you popped your ribs forward or were able to keep them directed towards the top of your pelvis. Gently tip your pelvis front to back. Feel it moving under the rib cage. Stand taller out of the bottoms of your feet, lifting your toes at the same time. Shoulder blades rise up. Squeeze them together behind you. Allow them to fall. Bring them towards the camera. Lift up. Squeeze them together. Allow them to draw down and forward. This time squeeze back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. Sweep the arms out to the sides. Bring them around behind you without forcing your ribs forward. Make a diamond with your hand and just lift them up your back. Drawing your elbows back, your shoulder blades together. Try to float your hands away from your back. Recognize if you started holding your breath, continue to breathe. Of course, you're going to continue to breathe, but in a nice, even pattern if you can. Sweeping the arms out. Rotate the palms to the ceiling, bringing them together overhead. Draw them down to heart center. Lifting your right knee up. Imagine that you're trying to touch your knee to the bottom of your wrist. Yeah, you might tip. Keep lifting. Pressing the hands down, lifting the elbows higher. Now bring the elbows together. Lifting the arms shoulder high. Keep driving the knee up. And bring it down. Shake it out. Again, hands come to center. Start elevating the left leg. Almost like you're trying to touch the bottom of your wrist. Opening the elbows up. Then go ahead and bring the elbows together. Continue to drive the knee higher. Lifting, lifting. And release. Shake it out. Bring the hands out in front. Palms face the ground, fingers nice and open. Go ahead and point the fingers toward each other. point them away, elbows nice and straight, point them together and away, together. Go ahead and pull your pinky in, second finger, third, and first. Imagine that you're trying to rev up a motorcycle. So the wrists are nice and open here, turning towards each other. Then wrap your thumb down towards the ground, out towards your camera, fingers to the ceiling. So your hand is kind of in an L shape. Reaching, reaching, open the fingers, prepping for those high to lows. Close, open, close. Thumb is reaching forward. Do it again. Palms flat to the ground. Bring them out, in, out, and in. Wrap pinky, ring, middle, first. One little rev. Wrap the thumb, push away, and open. Release, shake it out. Go ahead and move the shoulders and then start moving the ribs with the shoulders. Wrapping front to back. Switching directions, back to front. Adding a little bit of rib movement here, keeping the pelvis square. And then go ahead and add your hips. And this is just an investigation. What do we have available to us today? And then send it into the opposite direction. Yeah, and listen to your own music in your head, because we can't put any music on. Go ahead and lift the right leg one more time. Bring it out to the side in external rotation, and then from here, internally rotate it. So lift your heel. External rotation, heel lifts up and in. Internal rotation, heel lifts back and up. One more time. And back. Send it all the way around. Push the back wall away, opening through the hip. External rotation, bring it up and around and set it down. Lifting the left leg. Opening to the side. Go ahead and internally rotate. Watch that you don't turn the body to get it there. Externally rotate. Internally rotate. External. Last time. Heel goes back and up. Heel comes forward and in. Open it nice and wide. Sweep it around. Send it behind, opening through the front. Couple of little pulses back. Go ahead and externally rotate, bring it around and down. Shake it out. Now add the knees. So we have the shoulders, we have the waist, we have the hips, we have the knees, and now we have the ankles. Back and forth. And then bring it all the way to the front of the mat. If you have two blocks, go ahead and stack them on the sides. We may be using them. Sweeping the hands up, deep breath in. Exhale, dive your chest into the tops of your thighs. Lift your heart. Reaching the arms out along the ears, settle back onto the heels. Take a deep breath here, lifting the chest. Go ahead and plant the hands on the ground. Lifting the right leg back, step back. Planting the right hand. Inhale into a twist. Left hand to the sky. Deep breath. Sending the left arm over the ear. Inhale, reach the arm up to the sky, send it back to the tail. Sweep it all the way around, just through the shoulder, up, exhale back. Last time, inhale, bring it up and around, exhale back. This time, hold here. Now inhale, lift back up to the sky, exhale, plant it on the ground. Step your left leg back, find all four. Get a nice long spine, empty. Step the left leg back and the right leg back without moving the spine. Go ahead and lower all the way to the ground. Float your hands, flattening the tops of your feet. Exhale, push the back wall away. Inhale, lift the elbows, set them down at your ribs. Upward facing dog or all fours. Send it back to child's pose. Knees are square. Flip the toes. Float the knees. Downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky. Step it forward. Right leg to the sky. Step it forward. Half lift and fold. Sweep and reach to the sky. Hands to heart center. Reaching the hands up, send the chest to the tops of the thighs. Arms are already out here, get a nice reach here. Rest back into the heels, fold the hands flat. Lift the left leg, step it back. Go ahead and plant your left hand next to your right foot, find your low twist. Bring your hand back. Inhale, sweep it around. Exhale, send it back. Sweep it down and around. Send it back. This time, lift it up to the sky. Go ahead and set it down. Step back to high push-up or all fours. Lower to the ground. Float the hands, tops of the feet pressed. Glutes are nice and tight. Push the back wall away. Elevate the elbows. Set the hands at the ribs. Up dog or all fours. Downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky. Step it through to low lunge. Left leg to the sky. Step it through. Half lift. Fold. Sweep to the sky. Hands to heart center. Reach the hands high, look up. Go ahead and bring the bottom of the ribs to the thighs. Reaching the hands forward, sitting the weight back. Go ahead and fold, forward fold. Half lift, step back to high push-up. Get nice and long through the body, lower to the ground. Mini Cobra here. Send it back down. Float the hands. Push away. Lift up. Set the hands at the ribs. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Let's externally rotate and pull the heel back. See if you can square the hips to the ground still. Creasing up and pushing away. Send the leg wide to the right and then thread the needle. Reach the back heel down, left hand to the sky. Breath in, lifting the right leg, send it back and through, three-legged dog. Step the leg through. Go ahead, low lunge. Hand reaches out over the head. Sweep it back and around to the ground. Left leg lifts. Step it forward. Half lift. Fold. Sweep and reach to the sky. Hands come to heart center. Sweep the hands high. Bring the bottom of the ribs to the thighs. Reaching back, deep breath. Fold the hands low. Step back, high push-up. Bring the body all the way to the ground. Mini Cobra, forehead to the ground. Float the hands, push back. Lift the elbows, press down. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky, really drive the hips back and up. Go ahead and start to externally rotate the leg, bringing the heel into the glutes. Deep breath to extend the leg. Exhale, thread the needle. Reach the right hand to the sky. Take a breath here. Lift the leg. Send it through three-legged dog. Step it through low lunge. Left hand to the sky. Watch the hip crease stays back. Sweep the hand over the ear. Inhale back up to the sky. Exhale down around to the ground. Lift the right leg. Step it through. Half lift. Forward fold. Hang out here a minute, keeping the body nice and low and sweeping the hips side to side. Bringing your blocks in, go ahead and place your left block low. Walk your feet hip width apart. Peace finger grab, right big toe. So I'll actually start on my left so you can see, but right big toe. Go ahead and lift your leg. Tuck everything in and go ahead and square your hips. Then go ahead and bring the leg out to the side and let it float. Tuck it back in. Lift knee to chest. Send it back for warrior three. If you want to use the blocks are here for you. Otherwise, hands to chest. Keep reaching back through the heel. Go ahead, bend the front knee. Stepping back, rising to crescent lunge. Deep breath here. Left arm goes forward, right arm goes back, and nice and open. Weight comes to the edge of the back foot, and you're stripping the mat in half. So really forcing the front heel forward, back heel back and down. Reverse your warrior, side angle. Arm can come to the thigh, it can come down to a block, or it can come all the way to the ground. Dropping the back hip, reaching the arm over, send it down and around and through, reaching up. Down, around and through, reaching up. Then allow the bottom arm to come up as well. Rise up, deep breath in, warrior two. Reverse your warrior, side angle. Again, top arm reaches out over. This time, reach it back and around to grab on to the back leg, to the front leg. If you want to use your block to get some support, go ahead and then find your bind if it's there. If it's not, hand can stay right here. Get some support through the front leg, lift the back to step it forward. Then start to rise up. You can place your foot on a block if you like, or continue to lift it. You can use your hand to lift it. Find some strength in the leg itself and then let it go. See if you still own that. Deep breath here. Go ahead and set the leg back down. Find side angle. Arm reaches overhead. Opposite arm reaches. Rise up. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Hands to the ground. Step the back leg forward. Exhale, fold. Half lift and fold. Sweep and reach. Hands come to heart center. Lift the arms up. Chest to the thighs. Nice big reach. Both hands drop down. Deep breath in. Go ahead and step it back. Driving back through the heels. Nice high push up here. Focus the breath. Hold for a moment. Exhale, lower to the ground. Mini Cobra. Set it back down. Lift the arms, push away. Lift the elbows, hands at the ribs. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Rise up to toes, step or jump forward, half lift, fold. Sweep and reach, deep breath. Exhale, hands to heart center. Go ahead and bow forward, placing the blocks. This time, we're holding on to the right block, picking up the left big toe. Lifting up the leg. Go ahead and send it wide. Deep breath. See if you can release and keep it there without moving the rest of the body. Couple of breaths here. Then go ahead and tuck the knee, heel to the bum, sweep it up to the chest. Go ahead and rise. You decide, are you going to use these blocks, finding warrior three, or keeping the hands at heart center? Reaching out. Lots of choices here. Deep breath. Start to send it back. Rising up to crescent. Inhaling, opening, warrior two. Nice extension through the fingers. Reverse your warrior. Side angle. Again, you decide how far you go. Deep breath. Find your reach overhead. Sweep it down and around. Lifting up and over. Down and around. Last time, reach high, over the ear, opposite arm reaches, go ahead and bring it up. Warrior two, reverse, back to side angle, reaching up and over the ear, then sweep back behind, grabbing onto the back leg. I apologize, allergies. Deep breath. Go ahead and see if you want to find a bind. So in order to find your bind, don't drop yourself forward to grab it. Go ahead and get it from here, or just grab onto the leg. Support it with the front leg. Rising up, bird of paradise. Again, do you stop at your block? Do you lift it higher? Flexing through the leg, extend and reach. Deep breath. Go ahead and bring it back in. Set it down. Step it back, side angle. Arm reaches. Lower arm reaches. Rise up. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Hands to the mat. Go ahead and lift the back leg. Step it forward. Go ahead and shake it out. Again, hands to blocks or hands to the ground. Allow everything to release. Wiggle the upper body. See if you can keep the pelvis nice and aligned here. And just wiggle over top of it. Separate the feet hip width, hands to blocks. Go ahead and begin to lift up to the toes as you draw the knees forward. Chest is elevated. Any discomfort in the knees, we can place the blocks underneath. We can lower it down a little bit. You decide where you need to be in your practice. Lifting up through the chest. Just opening up the back of the feet. And then from there, allowing the knees to draw forward. Let me back up so I'm on my mat here. We're just going to start to lower the knees down. Keep the back of the feet open. And then go ahead and rise up. Stacking the pelvis directly over the knees. keeping the body in a nice long line. Gently lean. Don't take it to a point where there's any discomfort in the knees. And then pull it back up. Glutes contracted here, glutes nice and tight, because they're going to support you in this movement back as you're opening the front of the legs. And just play with it a couple of times, rocking front to back. And then see how far you can take it back on this one. Entire body moving back. Go ahead and reach for the heels, or if it's more supportive, a block. If you need to, you can even stack your blocks. You get to decide where you're going. And then once you get there, drive your hips forward. So we're not grabbing on and forcing the body. We're using the body to take us on this journey. We're building our practice. Shoulder blades together, chest lifted, head back, full expression. Go ahead and release. Re-engage the pelvis, drawing up and through. Then take a moment. You can sit down onto a block, separating the feet, or bringing yourself all the way to the mat. You decide. Those of you who take this posture in reclined heroes, go ahead and do so. If you are up on a block, please do not recline. Remain up on your block. Knees together, feet gently off to the sides. Keep rising up. Take a moment. Those of you in reclined heroes, go ahead and tuck your chin. Bring yourself back up to a seat and come to the center of your mat. Stacking one knee over the other. Again, any discomfort in the knees, you can elevate yourself up onto a block. The knees come together here, okay? And then you can start working within your own practice to bring your feet forward. Nice external rotation here. Feet are flexed at the ankles. Left arm reaches out. Go ahead and reach it up to the sky, right next to your ear, and then make its way down your back. Head does not come forward. Rib cage does not elevate. Nice tall spine. Get there. Everything moves on its own to bring everything together. Reaching the right arm out, sweep it low and up the back. So we're not forcing anything here. If the hands don't come together, they don't come together. It's okay. I promise it won't get you into heaven. That's what I've heard. Keep reaching. See if you can float your hands away from your back, separating the hands, left hand high, right arm low. Bring it around to a nice capital T and release your hands. Elevate your knees and separate your legs out to a nice straddle. Hands reach high. Go ahead and rotate from the top of the pelvis to the right. Set your hands down. Lift up. So push the hands down to lift the body up. See if there's a little bit more space. And then go ahead and see if you can walk your left hand to the outside of your right leg without internally rotating on the left leg. Staying nice and open, nice and elevated. If you need more, drop yourself down to a block or continue to take yourself, but we're on the outside of the leg. You get to decide. Maintain a lift through the chest as well. Coming back to center. Go ahead and bring the right leg in, stacking the left leg on top this time. Deciding whether or not you're coming back up onto a block. Knees are folded, one on top of the other, and then the feet come out accordingly, so you don't want to force anything. This time the right arm comes high. Bring it right up next to your ear. Allow the shoulder blade to move away from the spine, dropping it down the back. Again, not dropping the elbow forward, keeping a nice lift here. Left arm reaches out. Bring it low and together on the back. If you want more here as well, you can also lift forward with your chest towards your knees, but try not to dump it. So we're still maintaining an elevation through the bottom of the ribs towards the ceiling, hands coming together. Go ahead and see if you can float them away, separate them, bringing them up and around, nice capital T. Go ahead and bring the hands down to open the legs back up into straddle, dropping off of your block, lifting up through the chest. Go ahead and rotate over the pelvis. Nice length through the legs. If you want more, right arm comes inside. This time, both legs internally rotate. So begin the rotation from the hip area, knees drawing in, toes drawing in, feet staying in flexion. Deep breath, inhaling and exhaling here. Coming back to center. Bringing the bottoms of the feet together to touch. Finding a nice comfortable place on your mat. Go ahead and rock your knees side to side, shifting the weight. Again, if you have tight hips like I do here, you want to go ahead and elevate yourself onto a block. Sit at the edge of the block and allow the knees to fall forward. This is a little bit more of a passive stretch where you're allowing some tension, some gravity to help you do the work. And then draw in a nice deep breath. Try to get the expansion through the rib cage again. And as you exhale, bringing it all in together. Going to invite you to stay seated in any way that is comfortable for you. Going to do a little balance breath as we finish up today. 2 fingers between the eyes. Thumb out to the right nostril. Ring finger to the left. Take a deep breath in with both nostrils open. Exhale completely out through the nose. Cover the left. Inhale through the right. Cover right, exhale left. Inhale through the left. Cover, exhale right. Inhale right. Cover, exhale left. Inhale left. Cover, exhale right. Inhale right. Cover, exhale left. Continue on your own for a few more breaths. Gently bring your hand away from your face, allowing your eyes to close. Neck gently releasing. Shoulder lift to the ears, coming together, dropping down, gently elevating the chin up towards the crown of the head as the eyes open. Hands coming together at heart center. Thank you for joining me today. The light in me is honored by the light in each of you. Spread that light into the universe today. Namaste. Thank you for coming.